Hello, everyone. Randy here. We're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio River Basin map here. And just finishing up the last little bit here on the large cornfield here. Last little bit the hard worker didn't want to finish. Just a narrow little strip here. We'll double check the other one too, make sure he finished. But this is the last little bit here. Again, this is a field 19, 24, and 25. And again, for the most part, picking up where we left off here from last episode. Pretty much just let the hired workers run. Let them, finish their thing with this field here. I think they didn't go quite to the edge. That's fine. Okay, there we go. We'll, like I said, double check the other end here as well. Maybe should check the map just to make sure. It doesn't look like I see any other missing spots. Like the hired worker decided to skip half the map. Looks like we're pretty good, I think. Oh, speaking of which, are you guys doing? You are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Just rehired him. Really starting to dislike these discs. Because again, they go over spots they've already done. Because it plows and cultivates. So if you rehire the worker, there's like a 50-50 chance it's going to go the wrong direction. You can see the other one there went the right direction. This one did not. So we're just kind of wasting time here with this one. Probably should have checked on him a little bit sooner. Again, like I said, that's kind of the one thing I'm starting to really dislike about these discs here. They look really nice. Kind of cool that they plow and cultivate. But it doesn't work good at all with hired workers. And I'd much prefer to use a hired worker if I don't have to use, or if I can, so I don't have to use course play. Otherwise, creating course-play courses for this takes a bit of time. And then it also adds to the load time on the map. So, the more course-play courses you have, especially bigger ones, the longer it will take for your map to load. And that's kind of one of the biggest reasons why I kind of want to avoid doing that if I can help it. Hired workers, just hire them. You don't have to worry about that. That's it. You finish over here, you did. Let's fold him up. And we'll just pull him off the field here. Like I said, this will be our big corn chopping field here. And at that point, too, we'll probably be looking at wrapping up this series, I think. I think we're going to kind of end it with a big corn chopping on that field there. I don't think there's really anything else we want to do on this map that I know of. Wanted to do some productions, but like I said, they're bugged out. So unless I get a new version of the map, it's not going to happen. I don't know if you can go to the new version of this map without having to have a new save game or not. I haven't tried that. We'll see. Maybe we'll try that here when I'm kind of done, just to see what happens. This John Deere as well did the same thing that the Ford Versatile was doing there. I rehired him to go look at the field here. He needed to finish up this strips here yet. Look where he's at. Yeah, he's over there doing that bit. So no help at all. Looks like you're doing good though. Obviously if you do the plowing yourself or use course play, you're going to be fine. But yeah, hired workers, they seem to get a little confused, unfortunately. Anyway, should be enough done here. I think we can maybe start doing a little planting, at least on this side anyway. Where do I have the other seeder? He's up here, right? Yep. Got the Ford FW60, which is... Okay, I don't know what happened here. Something don't quite look right. Oh, good. Flips back over at least. That's it, right? Is that an oats? Is that oats? I thought we were going to plant soybeans. No, was it oats? It might have been. Oh, yeah, okay, it was oats, yep. Said I was going to plant oats on this side of the map here. Pretty sure I had it positioned better than this, but maybe not. Okay, there we go. Hire the worker there. And I'll go ahead and drive the big bud 450 down here. make sure, yes, you are set on oats as well. That tells me that's not quite the right width there. Should be close enough. We'll reset GPS here once we get going a little bit. Everything kind of straightens out. .3 meters. There we go. This also seems like the planter we should probably have on the new map we started on the multiplayer server. For those who did not see that, we're starting on Broad Acres on the RDAllen multiplayer servers there. For those who are not familiar with Broad Acres, it is based on Australia, and it is a 16x map. So again, as big as it gets for Farming Simulator currently, doesn't get any bigger than 16x. So 16 times bigger than a normal map. Just to give perspective here, this entire map is a 4x map. So Broad Acres is 4 times bigger than this map. And this is a big map. In fact, some of the fields there on Broad Acres could probably take up half of this map. Might be a slight stretch. Maybe half? Yeah, it's probably pretty close. A couple of fields there on the left-hand side on Broad Acres. Probably pretty close to being half the size of this map. Or maybe third. Third would probably be more appropriate. Be real close anyway. There are some huge, huge fields on that map. A reminder, by the way, for anybody that would like to join us on the multiplayer servers, information should be in the description below. Again, we ask that you please just join us on TeamSpeak. Once you're on TeamSpeak, we got all the information for actually joining the Farming Simulator multiplayer servers on there. And like I said before, too, we do play some other games as well. I've been watching the live streams there, starting a little bit of Minecraft as well. Modded Minecraft, that is. I'm kind of slow here at 6 miles an hour. Not sure if that's the horsepower limit on the tractor here, if that's the limit on the seeder. I don't remember. If 6 miles... Oh, now we're going 7. I was going to say, if it's 6 miles an hour the limit, then this probably would not be a good seeder for Broad Acres at that speed. Broad Acres starts you out with a lot of equipment there, so that's good. I don't believe we plan on changing that at all. In fact, we did add a little bit of money in just so we could purchase a couple of the bigger fields. Not the real big ones, but at least a couple of the bigger ones. Again, if you watched last episode there on Broad Acres, a couple of the bigger fields there, $60 million a piece. Yeah, $60 million a piece. Which actually, looking at the size of the fields, it's actually probably not that bad for $60 million. But still, very, very expensive. Oh, and I just noticed the traction on the back of the cart here. The tires actually have the traction the other way. That's interesting. I would assume that's maybe the way it is in real life. I don't know. And I suppose we should double check and make sure everything's going okay on this side of the map here. Yeah, you're being exceptionally derpy again. Look at that. We just fixed him and he's going back over the same spot he just went over again. Let's try this again, hired worker. I don't think there's anything I can do to affect the which way he turns. Let's see if he turns the right way this time. The last one there did, but this one doesn't seem to want to. Anyway, we'll read some comments here in a moment. Dejabo saying, do not save course-play courses if you want to have low lag with the map. And that is actually kind of what I was just mentioning here a few moments ago. One of the reasons I kind of like to use hired workers instead of course-play courses if I can. Basically, every course-play course, especially on a bigger map like this where the course-play courses are a lot bigger, it just adds to the load time for the map. Now, you know, just like unload courses like that, you know, running from the field to the farm, those aren't so bad. But when you got your giant fieldwork courses, like even Field 2 here, each course you add for this field, say seeding, cultivating, plowing, whatever, adds to the load time. Now, once you're actually loaded into the game, it doesn't really have much effect on the lag. That should be fine. It's just the amount of time it takes to load the game. Lewis was asking on Pure Farming 2018, can you create or enlarge fields using the plow, or are you limited to pre-existing fields? From what I can tell, it looks like you're limited to pre-existing fields. And hopefully we'll get some more videos on that out here shortly. Been rather busy here as of late, so haven't had any time to play that game. Pure Farming, by the way, is supposed to come out here in a couple more days. At least it should be anyway. March 13, the last I saw. Same as the Ropa DLC for Farming Simulator here as well. Josh was saying, are there any Australian maps for Farming Simulator? I've watched some videos about it. Looks like it's would be a cool. To watch, you should definitely check out my new series there. Broad Acres is an Australian-based map. And a big one at that, too. Actually seems kind of appropriate. I'm not particularly familiar with Australian farming. Just what I'm told, though, it's kind of on a large scale. You know, large open areas of land there where you can just farm for miles from the sounds of it. So Broad Acres, very appropriate map there. Okay, hired worker, did you turn around right this time? Or are you still, oh, you're still making the other end here yet? Maybe we'll just stick with him here for just a moment, make sure he does. Ryan was saying, good day, that sound you hear on Broad Acres is an Australian bird called the kookaburra. Probably did not pronounce that right, but that is what that noise is. He was saying awesome, an Australian map. And Ryan there, I'm guessing, is from Australia. I think he has said as much. I don't remember, but I believe he has said he is. So, okay, now you need to turn to the left. Oh, looks like he is going to turn to the right. Silly hired workers. Okay, we'll see if he turns around the right way this time. Yeah, probably not. Okay, where did I leave my seeder? There he is. KLC was saying that $60 million field equals over 1,800 acres. Woof. Yes. 1,800 acres. I didn't do the conversion for it, but okay. Yeah, 1,800 acres. That's, wow. That is a good-sized field. One can get lost for days in the field that size. Jeffrey was saying that's right up KLC's alley. Well, in that case, we should definitely expect to see KLC and Jeffrey on there. Jeffrey should really love the size of the fields on that map. Get a couple white tractors there and a couple 8-row seeders. Should have that field planted in no time. Comment from someone was saying, my name is Trey, and I'm your #1 fan. Well, thank you very much for that. Jonathan was saying there is a mod for the trains on Broad Acres. I was kind of asking that. Wasn't sure if we were missing any required mods for that map. In fact, I think there actually is like a little help document that comes with it. Probably should read that. Might have been a good idea. Maybe it'll say more. But Jonathan was saying there are mod for trains for this map. Megan was saying finally got a PC. Nice. Michael was saying I've been waiting, and you are finally playing on Broad Acres. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much for that. Thunderbird Lead was saying, I hope you have 10 to the 56 power number of combines and seeders for potatoes and soybeans on the map. Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing any potatoes on that map, though that would be rather interesting. British Farmers was saying, actually, FYI is a store, and my console has farming for the PC. Yes, he does. For those of you who have not seen it, the Valley of the Old Farm series is over, by the way. At least on the PC side, we wrapped it up there last weekend. Might do another live stream or two on it yet, just to maybe kind of like finish up some of the login and stuff. We'll see what's here in the future, what we have time for, but the PC is finished. We completed all of the challenges there last week, Friday, I think it was. I believe it was Friday. The PC finished it. My console and the console side there, they still have quite a ways to go yet, I believe. From what I've heard, it sounds like they plan on finishing it. I guess we'll find out. Unless, of course, they got completely demoralized by the PC just obliterating the competition for the second time. And of course, with that, because the PC won, we had a couple of forfeits there for Mr. McConsole. And, unless you think the PC was hard on Mr. McConsole for losing there, these forfeits were mostly his idea. The first forfeit of which I thought was particularly good was he needs to wear a console suck t-shirt. Second forfeit was we're going to work on getting him a PC, which has already happened, by the way. Work on getting him a PC, and then we're not just going to get him a PC. We got him parts for a PC, so he has to put it together. He does have a video on his channel, so again, make sure you check out Thomas McConsole's channel there. You want to see him assembling his new PC. Rather good video there, if you ask me. And you can see him wearing his console suck t-shirt as he assembles his new PC. And then, of course, kind of for the third forfeit there, to kind of introduce Mr. McConsole there into the PC side, we got to choose a map for him to play on for his first As far as I know, I think he's going to do a single-player series on it, and that map was No Creek Farms. And of course, for No Creek, he has to use lots of John Deere equipment, as well as a special edition Massey Ferguson made especially for him. So again, make sure you go over and check out his channel there, see what he is up to. Should be rather interesting. Okay, hired worker, did you turn around the right way this time? Oh, hey, look at that. It looks like he did. Nice. About time. Carl was saying, don't steering wheels make the four-wheel drives so much easier to drive? Yes, they absolutely do. They make it a lot, or even a controller for that matter. Joystick, steering wheel. If you want to play with an Xbox controller, makes it a lot easier to drive articulated tractors. Just my personal preference. I prefer the steering wheel, just because that's what I'm probably a little more used to. I'm not particularly good with an Xbox controller. Darren was asking, which texture pack are you using on your Minecraft series? That is the Sortex texture pack. Got a few bugs in it though. I could not find a 1.12 Sortex pack texture pack for the Direwolf 20 pack, so I'm actually using the 1.10 texture pack for the Direwolf 20 pack. So it's a little bit older. It's definitely missing a couple things, unfortunately. But, you know, most of it's there. Most of it looks pretty good, if you ask me. Farm Boss Bob was saying, why are you playing Minecraft? Well, why not? Great game, if you ask me. Nolan was saying, it looks complicated. I'm a simple programmer. Virtual building specialist. To which I say, seems like Minecraft would be the perfect game for him then. Michael's asking, does anyone know if they fixed the Mississippi-Ohio River Basin map? Yes, there is a new version of this map out. Fixes, as far as I know, pretty much everything that I have experienced that is wrong with this map, of which there's been quite a few things. And of course, by the way, we're kind of introducing Thomas McConsell there to the Minecraft there as well. First time he's ever played. Minecraft is available for the Xbox, by the way, but I don't believe there's any mods for it that I know of. So, McConsell's getting quite the delve into the PC gaming realm, I guess you could say. Leads up to his comment here. Thomas McConsell saying PC sucks. That's still obvious. But after rewatching this, I think I have more of an idea what's going on now. That doesn't mean you can steal my record, though, anytime soon. To which I don't have any plans on stealing Thomas McConsell's record. He's talking about his death record there on Minecraft. I think he said 23 times he died there the first time on it. But don't worry, second time, or was it third time on? He's doing much, much better now. We got him a little more sorted, I guess you could say. So he knows a little bit what's going on. Obviously, probably a little bit intimidating the first time you start playing Minecraft there. Especially with skeletons, creepers, zombies, knee biters, and many more mobs that he probably has not experienced yet that are yet to come. Jackson was saying for those discs you should put a seed bed conditioner behind it. To which I say I absolutely would if I had one. I don't know of any good conditioners that can be pulled behind the discs or cultivators at this point. I know back in Farming Simulator 15 we had several really nice ones, but I haven't seen them yet. MS Stalker was saying, will they ever come out with the Oklahoma map? At this point, it doesn't sound real good from what I've heard, which is absolutely nothing. Last I've heard is, and this is going back almost to last year, the mod author was working on it. And then we haven't heard anything since. So, don't know what happened. I'm guessing at this point we probably won't see the original Oklahoma map for FS17. Kind of surprising somebody else hasn't converted it at this point. Let's see, how are we looking on this side of the field? Ooh, I better be careful here. The cultivator and the planter there are getting a little bit close. Make sure we keep an eye on that. Obviously, seeder here, probably what, about twice the size of the cultivator? Well, I guess not quite. Cultivator about 14, 15 meters. 23 meters here on the seeder, so. But at least on this side of the field, only going 5-6 miles an hour. Which is kind of interesting because this tractor should have about enough horsepower to pull this. It's got a lot more power than the Ford does. I think the Ford's actually pulling it better. Let's see, Ford. Yeah, Ford is going 9.2 miles an hour. I don't know what direction on the field he's going. Yeah, he's probably kind of going downhill, isn't he? That would probably help as well. Would have guessed gravity makes a difference. Anyway, everyone, on that note, I think with that, we'll wrap up the video here. A reminder, by the way, if you'd like to play multiplayer with us, make sure you join us on TeamSpeak. Again, that TeamSpeak information is in the description there. The video description here below on YouTube. So just make sure you check that out. Again, anyone's welcome to join as long as you can play nicely, follow the rules, and again, a microphone is not required to join TeamSpeak. You know, obviously, if you want to chat with us, yes, you'll have to have a microphone, but there is a text chat as well. So if you don't have one, you can definitely use that. Anyway, like I said, folks, with that, wrap it up. Have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.